I think PG&E is a victim of bad math.
PG&E asking for yet another rate increase, this time to help investors given the high risk of doing business. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Chris Thomas. Another possible rate increase has opponents saying enough is enough.
Good that PG&E is investing in safety. Nobody has an issue with that. The issue is making the ratepayers, making the customers' bills go sky high. In the past 5 years, PG&E customer bills have doubled.
And so ABC 10's Garjpal Sangha is live in the studio after speaking to PG&E customers. Exactly what are they asking for, Garjpal?
Yeah, Chris, if approved, PG&E customers could possibly pay more than $5 extra each month. And as the cost of everyday goods increase, customers tell me this is getting out of hand. And even a former regulator feels the same.
It is the latest chapter of PG&E asking for another rate hike from the California Public Utilities Commission.
Enough's enough.
Close to 300. It's pretty expensive. It's real expensive.
We're paying too much already, and it's just getting worse.
This time, their request is aimed at increasing profits for shareholders. The timing of this request is raising eyebrows. Residents already grappling with high living costs are questioning whether PG&E should be asking for more money when the company reported record earnings just last year.
I think it's disgusting that they keep raising these rates up on us.
Where does it end? Where is their accountability?
PG&E tells ABC 10 investors expect to be compensated for taking the risk despite extreme weather events, inflation, and recent federal government decisions. If the rate hike is approved, it could cost customers an extra $5.50 on their monthly bill.
The nerve of PG&E to ask, especially given that we are heading into a recession, it's just infuriating.
Former president of the California Public Utilities Commission, Loretta Lynch, is speaking out as well, criticizing both PG&E and the regulators for allowing this to continue.
They're just making it up because they have always wheedled what they wanted out of this regulator.
Lynch says the company has been using its influence to push through these rate hikes, and now it is time for legislators to intervene.
At some point, there will be a straw that breaks the camel's back and customers will rebel. It's up to the legislature to stop the gravy train, to stop the profiteering of PG&E, because the governor's PUC have not done it. The governor's PUC have bent over backwards to give PG&E every single dime PG&E wants to take out of our pockets.
The CPUC still has to weigh in on this decision. If it is approved, PG&E says customers will see their bills go up around the new year. Now, PG&E also adds that if this happens, it will offset by the change from the general rate case charge, and that would be coming off the bills.
Okay, but I have to ask you a question. How many rate increases were approved by the state just last year?
Yeah, for PG&E, 6. 5 for electricity, and then 1 for natural gas.
Okay, Garjpal, thank you. Of course, we have to point out that lawmakers are also responding tonight. Some Democrats are hoping SB 332, the Investor-Owned Utility Accountability Act, can put a cap on how often companies demand an increase.
They are only allowed to ask for one rate increase per year, first and foremost. And that rate increase is to be kept by the Consumer Price Index, which is basically inflation for all of us.
Meanwhile, Republicans are hoping AB 884 can prevent power companies from giving to political campaigns.
They're spending millions of dollars, which could be going to improving the infrastructure or reducing rates. They're diverting hundreds of millions of dollars to political contributions.
Keep in mind, both of these bills are in the early stages and still going through committee.